If I could switch places with someone on my team for one day, I would switch with a field installer. We focus a lot on first impressions, but our field installation team essentially is our director of last impressions. They keep the customer coming back for years to come.
It would be with our intake staff. And I think I would learn a lot more about the background of our families and the different walks of life folks come through in order to get to a place to own their own home.
It would be with one of our client relationship advisors. They make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, which are really important in a highly regulated environment like ours.
Every level, starting with my direct reports, I want to bridge the gap between reality at the individual contributor level and reality at the CEO level. Building culture is bridging that gap all the way through.
If I could switch positions with anybody on my team, it would definitely have to be one of our 1,500 restaurant managers across the world. They're the heart and soul of what make our company run, and every single day is different.
My favorite quote is validations for parking, and remember that. And that really states the fact that people don't need to look externally for validation in what they're doing. Look internally to yourself, and if you're comfortable with what you're doing, if it's morally and ethically correct, then it's the right decision, and validation from the outside really isn't needed.
Never substitute someone else's judgment for your own. I think it's important to listen to experts and surround yourself with a team that will challenge you and push back, but ultimately the decision is mine. And unapologetically, I'm going to follow my own gut on a situation and trust that my judgment is right.
My favorite quote is actually a Bible verse. It's walk by faith, not by sight. Faith permeates every single thing that we do. And so this is just something that I live by, and it's how I run my company.
The first one is sometimes your best isn't good enough. You have to do what's required. Sometimes we have to go above and beyond and just do what's required, whether it's our best or not. And those are really the tough things. And then the other, it's kind of a personal favorite, is everything in moderation, including moderation. You gotta have some fun and be a little crazy every once in a while.
People buy into the leader before they see their vision. People cannot see me as a leader until they get to know me. They won't hear my vision. And so I have to make sure that I'm relatable and that I'm personable and that I'm caring of the people that I get a chance to work with.
Leading by example. You can inspire a lot of people with beautiful words, but if your actions don't match your words, you'll lose respect really fast. I believe that there's no job too big or too small for anyone, and I wouldn't ask anyone to do something that I wouldn't do myself.
Although you can't go back and change anything, you can start from today and create a brand new ending by Carl Barb. I'm always looking to improve things, and you can't go back and change things. You can't cry over spilt milk, but you can certainly make a difference and have a bigger future from here.
My favorite quotes from New Host. Ability is what you're capable of. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it.
My favorite motto is, it's hard to lose if you never quit. Keep going. And that really speaks to me because throughout my entrepreneurial journey, I've had several highs and lows. Your darkest moments, you gotta just pick yourself back up and just keep going.
At 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, water boils. Boiling water creates steam, and steam can power a train. This quote inspires me to continue looking for improvements and creating new solutions and thinking outside the box.
My leadership superpower, I think, is to quickly build rapport with people and be able to understand what motivates them, or oftentimes to learn about why they're not able to achieve their objectives. That allows me to prepare programs and education often that will help them achieve those objectives.
Providing a vision for our staff and building a team around that vision. Our organization at Habitat has seen a 265% growth in the families we've served over the last 10 years. And that really is a reflection on the families that we serve, and it's a reflection on the staff that we've been able to build out.
My leadership superpower being I emulate Wonder Woman. I like to stand up for what I believe in, but I'm also willing to take out the trash.
Emotional intelligence. I'm capable of taking my emotions and thoughts out of the way and really put myself into my coworkers and my teammates' place and point of view and understand them and be able to provide tools for them to become leaders by themselves.
My leadership superpower is empathy. You can get things done better and faster with empathy than with pressure and conflict.
The energy and the passion that I bring day to day in the business, I think that's really contagious. When you show up every day, you have a lot of energy and passion for what you're doing. It really spreads to the rest of the team.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by continuing to commit to excellence and innovation. I am so enthusiastic about redefining what a great franchise system can look like as we grow throughout Florida and eventually beyond and strive to build an empire.
The way that I grow is through having coaches and mentors. I really, really believe in looking to experts and other people for guidance that can really chart that path for us.
This is an awesome opportunity for me, not only as the leader of Reltco, but for our company. It is empowerment for women and men across the country, that they know that you too can be a business owner, you too can be a CEO, you too can be whatever you want to call yourself.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by having lifelong learning, embracing change, and positioning myself out of my comfort zone, growing my curiosity for innovation and experimentation.
Having a bigger future than your past can serve you well. So it's always about collaborating with others, mentoring with them, just helping create a better community that we live in.
Striving for excellence. When you're doing mission critical events like we do, you only have one chance to do it. 90% means you're doing a good job. It's very hard to give that extra 10%. That extra 10% is striving for excellence. There's no such thing as perfection. That's the definition of a world-class athlete. That's the definition of a world-class leader, giving that extra 10%.
Applying the principles that I learned in one of my favorite books, really focusing on people instead of just processes, and that's a path to finding solutions quickly and really pushing the boundaries and making the impact.
As a Titan, I'm really looking to continue to grow within the community, being able to take part of the many different events, engage and connect with all the other leaders.
Being able to admit you don't know it all, you came from somewhere and you've grown to this place. And to let other people know that they can grow too, that they can get there as well. As a Titan, I will continue to hold the line and stand in the gap for others to make sure that we build more Titans.